is coming here, but
upside down.
so given all that, and I was in the middle of saying how the mall is a wonderful place. We all enjoyed it very, very much, but at the same time, we have those cherished memories. We're about to make new memories because this site is going to include some pretty spectacular stuff. And I'm going to be responsible for explaining a little bit of that to you, minus the help of some dented up illustration boards here, but I'll take this one on my right, your left, and on the left-hand side, and we're going to encourage everybody to come up and take a closer look, and I and my designers will be up here to help along the way, but I have Vanna White here. Vanna is going to help me with this. Vanna, could you give me a library? A library on the left here. Your left, far left, is the library. The library actually sits over here in these cones where the sign says Raleigh Library, New Raleigh Library. In the middle, going down this in direct line and alignment with this light here, we're going to have a drive that cuts into a large lake. Now this lake is going to be something that seriously rivals the lake at Shelby Farms. It's an 11-acre lake, and it goes all the way to the cones that you see where the sign shows the skate park, all the way down to Yale Road, and it's going to be over 400 feet wide. So it's just this incredible large lake that serves an additional purpose. Now remember, the lake wasn't really part of this project initially because we didn't have the money for it. But a friend of mine and a city councilman representing this area was able to go out and find the money for this particular project, which is setting a great reference point, a foreground for any architect's dream, and that is to have this big body of water that is going to be the thing that you look at instead of a sea of cars in front of a person's building. An architect could not ask for a better situation. This lake also does something else. It keeps about 350, this is just getting worse and worse, isn't it? I'll turn this into a comedy. So this lake is also going to keep about 350 houses in the dry during a 50-year rain event, and that's a pretty big thing because it's a retention basin, and all the water flows into this lake, and it's going to have capacity to rise, and its normal pool, though, will feel like it's a lake, and it was going to have these wonderful fountains blowing up through the center of it with lights, and it's going to be a lot of activity. Now, as you come down this center drive and you have this roundabout, we have a roundabout fountain as well. On the right-hand side, you'll see a police precinct that is coupling with a traffic precinct, and those two precinct buildings pushed together, and I think that's these drawings up here to my left. These two precincts pushed together. The traffic precinct, as you might recall, was scheduled for the Caddy Corner area just above the Cecil site. And it was at that point where Bill Morrison said, you know, I think that's a great idea that we're having this traffic precinct out here, and Raleigh certainly deserves that, but is there a way that we can leverage this project into something more? And I said, well, what did you have in mind, Councilman? And he said, what if we were to put it actually on the Raleigh Springs Mall site, and then that way attract even greater development? I said, Councilman, I think that's a very good idea, but there's a mall on that site. He said, yeah, let me take care of that part. So we were very lucky to have that kind of foresight to consider this particular project to include not only a police precinct but a traffic precinct. The Old Allen Traffic Precinct, it's a good building that has seen its better days. We have a library that's been a very, very good building. It was a cool, early modern building. I remember going to it myself, but it's seen its best days. And we're going to have it all new because the people of Raleigh deserve better. And it's your time now. It is finally coming.
Hear, 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 hear.
So we're calling this a groundbreaking, but really what's going to happen is that about middle of January, you're going to see a lot of activity on this site. And in order for you to have a better idea of what's going on, we wanted you to have these renditions available to you. We're also going to make sure that they're on your Facebook page and have a perhaps even a dedicated website for the Raleigh project, including cameras that are going to be around. People can see the daily progress of the construction going on. And we hope to be here about this time, not this coming March, but the next, for an even bigger and better ribbon cutting ceremony. And for that reason, I just wanted to say thank you again for this opportunity. Now, I've given my sort of quick introduction about the project, and I think what might be best is that if we were to have people come up at the conclusion of the ceremony after you've had a nice round of catfish, and we'll talk about these individual building components and with you individually or as a group. We're happy to do that. But it's my honor to right now to tell you guys, if it were not for Councilman Morrison, I wouldn't be standing here today. We wouldn't all be here today. We probably have a mall that is continuing to contribute to the dilapidation of our beautiful community. And he's been a transformative councilman, and he's my good friend, Councilman Bill Morrison.
All right, yeah.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome. I hope you're as excited as I am. You know, Pamela and I were cleaning out my closet last night and literally came across one of the first newspaper clippings that said, "Councilman seeks Raleigh revival." It was dated 2009. 2009. A lot of things have happened since then, and the perseverance of all of you, Tom, myself, are going to pay dividends for this community starting in about 14 months when we see what this looks like. This is personal to me. I think I fought everyone in City Hall to get this done. And we are excited to have it done. A good friend of mine, Willie Brooks, County Commissioner, was going to be here, but he unfortunately had a loss in his family. So please keep his family in mind, but please know that Commissioner Brooks sends his best, and he is a true friend of Raleigh, and a true friend of mine, and a true friend of all of you. But today, because it's kind of personal to me, this groundbreaking is I'm going to call people up today, and we're going to hand shovels out, and we're going to get ready to do the groundbreaking. But this is what happens when a community stands together. Not just the community, the county representation, the city representation, our state representation with Touche Parkinson. When all three of those tripods stand firm and the community is behind us, we get $30 million projects that the rest of the city wish they could have. This is equivalent to AutoZone Park investment. This is equivalent to what Tiger Lane has done for Cooper Young. This is equivalent to what Overton Square has now become. We are there, and we would not be there without you. And I say that in all sincerity. I work for you, Touche works for you, Willie Brooks works for you, and it is all three of our honor to work for you. And this is really your day as much as it is mine. And I hope you feel that way. So with that in mind, that's all the roadblocks that were in the way for this project. That's what we did to those, so it's okay. We had everybody try to fight us on it, but we're here. So what I like to do is I like to start by recognizing for the groundbreaking the OT Marshall crew. Let me get them moved. We ready, Tom? So for the groundbreaking,
My assistant came up with a good idea.
put them in the dirt.
Yes,
Yeah. So what's going to happen is I'm going to call your name out. No, I have selected some people, not because I didn't want to select everybody, but people who mean something to me, who mean something to the community, and represents what I think this community is. But I like to start with the Tom Marshall crew, and please feel free to give them a round of applause as I call them. So for the groundbreaking, Tom, you ready to start? So the first one will go to Richard Davenport, who has been a big integral part. You met him at the Raleigh Community Council. So if you'll come to Tom, get your shovel, please, sir. Alan Barner from O.T. Marshall. Everybody seen Alan at the Raleigh Community Council meeting. She is not Vanna White. She's much more talented. Heather Hall with O.T. Marshall. Now, if I could have State Representative Antonio Parkins, if you would please see Mr. Marshall for your shovel. If the Director of Library Services, Keenan McCloy, please come see Tom Marshall. This next one, not only to the best mother in the world, but to the President of Raleigh Community Council, Faye Morrison. If you would please come see Tom Marshall.
Did you ever just want to hit him in the head?
Yeah, I question giving my mom a shovel.
One step up.
I want to make sure he's still here. Where's Tim Castor? Tim,
there he is.
Lutheran Village, get a shovel, please, sir. Sonny Allman, please come forward and get a shovel. Is Carrie Robinson. If you please come up and get a shovel.
All right, all right.
Now I have to see if I can separate him from his camera. Kevin Brooks, I need you to come get a shovel, please.
You sure I don't get a broom?
Well,
I thank you.
Absolutely,
Right here. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tom, if you will get my shovel,
Here.
I'll come join you and we will do the groundbreaking. If you guys want to move around and get pictures, however you'd like, we're going to do this groundbreaking.
Shoot,
and then,
what are you saying?
Tom, you're going to say some final words? And okay.
Please feel free to move.
Here, can you take some pictures? I mean, just hold it and.
You want me to?
Yes,
I'll do it.
You good? Yeah. Thank you.
It's already running?
Oh yeah, it's running.
Okay.
My mouth's running.
Okay. All right. We're on camera duty here.
Let's do it. All right, let's do it. Ready?
Everybody look at the camera.
Look at the camera.
Everybody get a scoop. 1, 2, 3. All right.
All right.
I like
No
that.
doubt. No doubt.
Look, we're digging in our earth.
Do it again. Now the question is,
I want to thank everybody for coming. This is just a real honor and a pleasure to be with this group. And I'll be honest
You
with
didn't
you.
think-
Oh, yeah.
We had 400 shovels. We would have given them
More
out to
mouth
all
than
You
people.
didn't think you were going to get in the camera, did you?
I remember
It didn't make any difference just to
coming
see this
down
thing
to
knocked
the,
down.
The
Yes.
City Hall that snowy evening. Do y'all remember that? And saying, hey, what about Raleigh? Raleigh deserves something. And I honestly believe, and people don't understand the effort that you guys put out to come down there.
Here, let me get some too. Yeah.
If he hadn't, I'm just not convinced it would have happened. So we're
Yeah.
really, really pleased that
Where's the other?
this
It's
has
running.
come
It's
to
running.
fruition. This
Okay.
thing is real. And in order to celebrate, we're going to have fried catfish over here. Please help us out. We'll be talking about all these illustrations and all the layouts here at the site throughout the afternoon. So thank you again for coming.
Hey, Mary, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
I'll need you then. You'll have to come. Yeah, right. Thank you. Hey man, who has a Sharpie? Who has a Sharpie? Anybody got a Sharpie out here? Bridget, see if I got a Sharpie in the truck.
Oh, thank you. Yes.